In this video, we're going to continue looking at integration by parts, but now we're going to look at integrating situations where we've got a polynomial multiplied by a trig function. Let's have a look and see how we do it. All right, so let's try to integrate x plus 1 times cos 2x. So here's our polynomial bit and here's our trig bit. We want to integrate the product of these. So taking a look at our formula again, it's the integral of u v dash is uv minus the integral of v u dash, so with respect to x. And so what we're doing is we're saying we've got to pick one of these things to be our u and one of them to be our v dash. The bit we pick to be u should be something which is nice to differentiate. And by nice, I mean something that makes it easier when we differentiate it, because it's going to appear in differentiated form here. And whichever one we pick to be v dash, we have to be fine integrating it. It can't get too much harder when we integrate because it's going to appear here and here in integrated form. So in this case, it's definitely going to be that the u will be x plus 1 because that's super nice to differentiate. It just goes to 1. And the v dash is therefore going to be cos of 2x. So then I'll just complete this little table. U dash is 1, and the integral of cos 2x is a half sine 2x. So now we can differentiate. The answer is uv, so x plus 1 times half sine 2x. That's half x plus 1 sine 2x minus the integral of v u dash, that's half sine 2x times 1, which is just half sine 2x. And now that's a nice easy one to integrate. That's kind of the point, that we reduce a difficult integral down to some stuff minus a nice easy integral. So we've got half x plus 1 sine 2x. And now what's the integral of half sine 2x? Well, it is minus a quarter cos 2x. There was already a minus here, so that'll be plus 1 quarter cos 2x plus c. So there it is. That's our derivative, sorry, our integral of x plus 1 cos 2x. Let's take a look at another one. So here we've got a definite integral, and it is between 0 and pi, and it's x squared sine x. So once again, I'm just going to keep on writing the formula here. After a while, you'll just know it off by heart. So the integral of u v dash is uv minus the integral of v u dash with respect to x. So once again, I'm going to set the polynomial bit as u. So u is going to be x squared. So u dash is 2x. V dash is sine x. And therefore v is the integral of sine x, which is minus cos x. So what's our answer here? Well, it's uv, which is minus x squared cos x, minus the integral of v u dash, which is minus cos x times 2x. So I can actually pull out the negative and make that positive here, and now I've just got 2x cos x, and I'm actually going to need to do another round of integration by parts because what I've got here is once again polynomial times trig. So I'll do a round 2. My u this time is 2x and my u dash is 2. My v dash is cos x, and that means that my v is sine x. So round 2, we've got the stuff we had before, minus x squared cos x plus, and I recommend just opening big brackets and putting the whole round 2 of integration by parts in here. So it's uv, so 2x sine x, 2x sine x, minus the integral of v u dash, so that is 2 sine x, and dx, and then we close our big bracket. Now we'll just work out everything inside this square bracket. So minus x squared cos x plus, big bracket, 2x sine x, and now the integral of sine x is minus cos x. That becomes plus 2 cos x. Okay, and now that we are ready to put in our limits, I'll just sort of move over here. And what have we got? Well, we've got minus x squared cos x plus 2x sine x plus 2 cos x. And the limits I'm going to be subbing into that are pi and 0. So let's go ahead and sub in pi first. So I have minus pi squared times cos of pi. So cos of pi is actually just minus 1. And then here I've got plus 2 pi, and then sine of pi is 0. So that bit's going to go. And then I've got 2 cos pi. Cos pi is minus 1, so that's just minus 2. And now I've got to subtract whatever I get when I sub in 0. So that is 0 squared times cos 0, but that's just 0. And then 2 times 0, so that's just 0 again. And now 2 times cos 0 is 2 times 1, which is 2. So in total, I've got minus pi squared times minus 1, so that's pi squared. I've got 2 pi times 0, that's nothing. Minus 2 and minus another 2 is minus 4. So the answer is pi squared minus 4. Once again, this is a nice thing to check, so let's just get the calculator up and check we didn't make any mistakes. Okay, so over to my calculator here is the integral of x squared sine x, and I want this in the range, just scroll to the right, 0 to pi. And it's going to give me a decimal answer. That's fine, so 5.8696. So I'll just take a note of that, or just remember it's about 5.87. I'm checking that my answer, pi squared minus 4, is the same. So let's see, pi squared minus 4, 5.8696. Good, we got it right. So that little check will just put your mind at ease. Okay, let's have a go at one more integration by parts. This one, again, it's polynomial times trig. It's x times sec squared x. So how do I do this? Well, basically whenever we're dealing with polynomial trig, we set our u to be the polynomial part. That's the x squared, the x cubed bit. So u is x and u dash is 1. V dash is sec squared x, and we know the integral of that. It is tan x. So our answer here is uv x tan x minus the integral of v u dash. Tan x times 1 is just tan x. And integrating tan x is something we've done a few times now. So it's one that's just really good to know. The integral of tan x is ln of sec x. And the convention is to write that in a modulus, just to stop us from learning negatives, plus c. So there we have it. The integral of x sec squared x is x tan x minus ln sec x. Okay, so that's integration by parts when we're dealing with polynomial and trig. The next form that we're looking at is polynomial multiplied by logarithmic. So see you in the next video for that.